Hi there, welcome to Floating in Books. This is going to be my Japan vlog. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm just sitting down right before I need to head out the door to take a couple of minutes to tell you that I am heading to Japan. This is going to be a really major trip for me. It's the longest trip I've taken in like a decade. So I'm super excited, also a little bit nervous. It's going to be a very long flight. It's my first time going to an Asian country, so that's going to be a new experience as well, but I'm really looking forward to it. I've got lots of great plans, so I'm going to take you along for the ride and show you my Japan vlog. I don't think this will be one vlog. I think it's going to be several, but I don't know yet how I'm going to space it out. I think I'm going to put a couple of destinations in each of the vlogs. So I'm heading to Tokyo first. I'm going to be there for one night, then 2 nights in Matsumoto, then 5 nights in Kyoto, then 4 nights in Osaka, 3 nights in Hiroshima, and then I'm going to head back to Tokyo and do 7 nights there, and then I'm going to head home. So it's going to be a long trip, but I'm super excited. I'm really very much looking forward to all the new experiences I'm going to have. And I just wanted to come on here really quickly to let you know that I'm heading to Japan. So let's kick off the Japan vlog. So here is the first hotel room in Tokyo. I'll be staying in this hotel again when I get back to Tokyo. This is just for one night. It's a single person room and it's just big enough for me, I guess. I already sat on the bed, so that's why it's no longer perfect. Here is the bathroom. Again, tiny, but great if you're just going about town and doing whatever. They have a pretty cool system when you plug in your light, like the room key, the TV automatically switches on and it gives you this whole like introduction to your hotel room, which is fun. But yeah, we've made it to Tokyo, yay! Don't remember exactly what I filmed and what I didn't film for you, but I am pooped. I've been traveling for close to 24 hours from the moment I shut the door behind me at home yesterday to now. So if I look tired, that's because of the traveling, but I did get to sleep on the plane, which was good. It was supposed to be a 13-hour flight from Helsinki to Tokyo. I flew into Narita, but we actually arrived almost an hour earlier than expected, which was good. And I ended up having actually a lot more sleep than I thought, because I tried to sleep, didn't really
couldn't really get my body in a comfortable position, and all of a sudden I woke up and it was like 4 or 5 hours later. So I did sleep a little bit, not as deep as I probably needed. So the plan was to arrive, and I'm gonna try and stretch it. It's like the late afternoon now. I arrived at the hotel around 3, and I'm gonna go down to the family mart that's right around the corner to pick up some snacks and things for breakfast and stuff. And then if I want to, I already saw coming here to the hotel from the station that there are a couple of small shops and restaurants that you can check out. So I may want to do that, but the idea was to arrive, wrap my head around the fact that I'm now in a completely different country, and then tomorrow we're moving on to the first real thing, and that's when I'm doing sightseeing. In a way, I have enough time today to do things that are close to the hotel, but at the same time, I'm also like, it's vacation. I need to just chill for a bit. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head out in a couple of hours or so. I'm first going to chill, perhaps read, scroll through some TikToks, and do all that. But yeah, the flight was fine. Everything went super smoothly. Only in Amsterdam, when we were boarding, they didn't let anyone onto the flight without checking their passports first. But because Helsinki is within the EU, they didn't have to check passports, so it didn't like pop up until the gate. So everybody who was flying internationally to a destination outside of the or to a destination outside the EU, they all had to get their passports checked. So that was a bit mayhem. But you know what? It was fine in the end. We departed on time. Flight was okay. The food was all right. I mean, it's plain food. What can you expect? So that wasn't the best, but yeah, overall it was a good experience. Also, going through customs and through immigration in Japan was a piece of cake. Everybody's saying you need to do this online. I just filled out the forms at the border and I breezed through it. And then at the airport I picked up pocket Wi-Fi because your phone does not work in Japan. They have like a different like frequency or whatever for your SIM card. So I have pocket Wi-Fi, so I can have Wi-Fi on the go, so I can still use things like Google Maps and all that. So rather than buying a data plan, I actually bought a little device that I can also connect other devices to if I need to. So yeah, I just have my personal Wi-Fi router on me at all times for this vacation. That wasn't fully charged when I got it, so it needs to charge because as I was using it and trying to make my way around across town to get to from the airport to the hotel, it was already dead. But that was probably because I was Googling so much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna chill. And then tomorrow is the big day where we're going to Matsumoto. That's going to be our next destination. Good morning. I'm about to have breakfast from the kombini. I got some snacks last night. That was like my main dinner as well. I was all of a sudden super hungry, and so I just decided to grab some snacks, try some things, and that was dinner. And I haven't felt peckish or anything like that until now. So we're gonna have a bit of breakfast. There's some like onigiri style things and a yogurt. I think I could try that. And this, I did the jasmine or the green tea yesterday, and this is the barley tea. So I've heard that's good, so I'm gonna try it. And then I just got a bottle of water, and I'm gonna be buying a bento box for the train when I get to the station. So I need to check out in about an hour. Checkout is around 10 at the latest, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna be sending, because I haven't shown you my luggage yet. I got new luggage. My parents gifted me the burgundy suitcase for my birthday, which was great. So that one I'm going to pass on to my next destination, so I don't have to lug it around. There's a lot of stairs here at stations, so that's going to be better. And then I just am going to be bringing the smaller suitcase, my backpack, and this big guy. That's a new bag I got through Vinted, especially for the trip. Well, new. It's new to me, but it's actually secondhand, of course. Let me see if I can show you my outfit. So I have a bit of a mirror situation here, so I'm not sure how well you can see this. This way you can see all of me. This is the dressing gown I wore last night. The room comes with a kimono style dressing gown type of thing. There's a special name for it, which I have already forgotten, but just wearing a white t-shirt, these white and blue, really flowy, easy to wear pants, and then this linen blue and white striped blouse with my white fascia sneakers. I had these before and I've repurchased them because I like them so much. So this is the first time I'm really busting them out though, so do need to break them in just a teensy tiny bit, but already wore them on the plane and stuff, so they're fine. And yeah, let's head to Matsumoto. I need to go to Shinjuku Station first, and that's where the train will be leaving to Matsumoto. It's going to take around 3.5 hours or so to get from Tokyo to Matsumoto from Shinjuku Station, and I still have a couple of things I need to do because I still need to get my J-Rail pass transferred to an actual pass that works, and that ticket office doesn't open until 10 on Sundays. So I need to go there, and then I have a Suica card to purchase as well, so I can actually do a lot of public transport without, that's not going to go under the J-Rail pass. So those are the things I still need to figure out this morning, and then I'm going to head on the train to a completely different part of Japan. So can't wait to show you all of that. Welcome to Matsumoto. I'm going to a shrine first. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon, so it's really hot, but it's only a 10-minute walk from my hotel and it's open until 5. So that's where we're heading first. And then tomorrow we're going to go see the castle, but I think I'm going to have a mooch around and already go to the castle to take pictures from the outside, because today is a really beautiful sunny day and tomorrow it's going to be cloudy all day. So if you want beautiful pictures of the castle, I think today's the day. So let's head to the shrine first, and then I'll see you in a bit. Good morning for Matsumoto day 2, and today we're actually going to the castle. I did go to the castle yesterday, but I didn't go inside it because I know, I kind of knew I would have not enough time to do it all that they have there. I'm pretty sure it would be okay. This city isn't the biggest. It feels very small town, which is exactly why I picked it as my first destination of the trip. Because it was like, if I go into Tokyo directly, I'm just going to be super overwhelmed. So Matsumoto feels very small scale. Everything is walkable. And I feel I've already seen most of the city in like a few hours. So I'm just going to go to the castle today, really visit it, give it my all. But I wanted to go to a museum, and that's closed today. I should have planned it a little bit better perhaps, but oh well. It's fine. There's another museum that is open, so I'll go there instead this afternoon. And I found out there's a beer brewery type place close to my hotel. and they probably like they do picky bits and then beers. So I thought I could check that out in the afternoon when it gets really hot, and possibly like chill it in in the air conditioning in the hotel, and just read for a few hours if I've been out and about all day before I head out to dinner. And that's going to be day 2 in Matsumoto. I just really wanted to make it easy on myself the first few days because I knew I would have jet lag. I keep waking up around 1 a.m. at night and then lie awake for like 2 hours and then sleep again from 3 o'clock onwards. And I really have to fight sleep right after dinner. So the jet lag is real. But overall, I'm feeling pretty good. I managed to cram in a like good 4 hours of sleep after I woke up last night, and I'm feeling ready for day 2. It is another nice sunny day today, but it is going to be a little bit more cloudy, and then tonight it's gonna rain. So probably going to stick to the hotel once that happens. So yeah, let's head on out for Matsumoto day number 2. As you can tell, it is late at night. It's the second night in Matsumoto. I didn't talk to you all that much today, but we're at the castle because it's illuminated at dark at nighttime. So I wanted to show you that as well. So I had a lovely dinner just now. Today has been a great day. I like the slower pace that Matsumoto has. It was a great way to start my trip here in Japan. Tomorrow, I'm going to Kyoto. Stop number 2 of the trip. have made it to Kyoto. I didn't talk to you at all today, but it was actually a little bit more stressful than I had anticipated. When I looked things up, how I could get from Matsumoto to Kyoto, it gave me a different direction than I had to go. There was torrential rain last night in certain areas of the country, and it was exactly the part of the country I had to travel through, so those trains weren't running. So they rerouted my journey, so it took me 5 hours to get here. It was really scenic. I went on 2 different Shinkansen, so that's something that I can now take off the bucket list as well. And I just made it to my hotel, which is dead in the city center, and this is, I think, the nicest hotel room that I booked. It includes breakfast. I have a huge bed. It even comes with pajamas. So this sweaty face just got to the room and the air conditioning was switched off, so it is very warm in here. It is actually sweltering in Kyoto when I arrived, so... and I left Matsumoto in the rain, which you will have seen a little bit. I went to the museum anyways. That was closed yesterday. I was like, I can tuck it in. And then I got to the station at 10:30. I found out about the delays, and they rerouted my tickets. So I've been traveling since 11. So I'm absolutely pooped. I didn't have too many plans for today for Kyoto anyways, because when I was looking up on, like, to prepare for the trip, I thought it was going to take me 5 hours anyways. So when I discovered the other day that I could do it perhaps in 2.5 hours, which didn't end up happening, I thought that I could perhaps squeeze in a little bit more in today, but I'm overheating. I think I'm just going to chill in the room for a bit and then seek out dinner. I'm not too far away from the market, actually, so I may want to check that out once this place has gotten a little bit cooler, because it was like it was just blowing hot air when I arrived. So the room is very, very stuffy and warm, but what is really good, you can't see, but my bag made it. It was already in the room. Gotta love the luggage delivery service that they have in Japan, so I can't wait to start exploring Kyoto a little bit more and taking you along for the ride. We have a full-length mirror again, so I can show you some outfits. So today we're doing all black. I've got a maxi dress on from Arquette that has pockets, but it's this really thin cottony material. I have a little pair of shorts underneath it to prevent any thigh chafing, and I've got this cardigan on. It's supposed to rain later today, so I know it's not going to be cold, but it's going to be sunny in the morning, so I don't want to get sunburned. And since this dress is pretty open in the back, I was like, I'll do it like this to make it a bit more modest, because I will be going into temples and stuff, but also to prevent my back, which I can't reach myself, from getting sunburned. So I've got this all lathered up in sunscreen, and then I'm wearing a pair of new sandals, so that's a little bit risky, but I picked these up. Like, I kind of panic bought these because I have sandals, but none of them are super comfy. And I was riding my bike into work. I was like, I know none of my sandals are comfy. It's because they'll go straight across my foot. And I've got a pretty high arch. It's like, I need a sandal that has a crisscross around my foot. I think that's going to prevent from chafing as much. And then TikTok fed me these from Vagabond, and I was like, I think I'm going to take those with me. So I sort of panic bought them like a week before my trip. And they were really comfy right off the bat. So I just put them on for the first time. Of course, I have no idea how these are going to work if I walk in them all day. So that's what we're testing out today. I have blister patches with me, as well as some regular Band-Aids. I hope I'm going to be fine. The only thing that kind of worries me is the toe strap. That's the only place where I can sort of feel it rubbing a little bit.
But the rest seems fine, and my feet are a little bit swollen from having walked so much the previous couple of days. I'm really glad I lengthened the strap just a little bit because there wasn't a lot of space in the strap when I first bought them. So I put an additional hole in, so they're now a little bit bigger, and that gives my feet nice room to breathe. Oops, falling into the bathroom there. Yeah, this is really nice. So I'm gonna take a bus, and then we're gonna do a lot of walking to different shrines today. That's gonna be the plan. Good morning. Welcome to the second complete day in Kyoto. Yesterday was full on. Visited several shrines and walked 25,000 steps. So today the plan is to take a little easier. I'm wearing my Uniqlo rain jacket because it's raining. It's going to be pouring all day. So I'm going to take a bus all the way out to Arashima. I think that's how you say it, which is where the bamboo forest is. But I actually want to go up the mountain first, visit some shrines, and then make my way down to the bamboo forest and see how crazy that is. I already got to see a little bit of bamboo forest yesterday at one of the temples I went to, so I don't really feel the need to see that bamboo forest now. And apparently one of the shrines I'm going to go to today also has bamboo forest. So I'm wearing shorts because yesterday I got rained on terribly. Like, I was wet from the waist down by the time I got back to the hotel. It was terrible. So it's why I'm wearing a quick dry sort of workout t-shirt, shorts, and sandals. These are Teva sandals. I already wore them while I was in Matsumoto, and they're super comfortable. They don't give me blisters. I was like, if I'm going to be wet, I don't want to get my closed-toed shoes wet because they're going to take days to dry. So I was like, I'll go for the rain jacket and go for shorts. So let's see if these legs are up for a little bit more walking. But I think once I've done all of those things, I'm going to call it a day. And look at this. I got a little Totoro origami at a tea place I went to yesterday. So that's a lot of fun. And now I've just had breakfast. And I'm going to go first watch a parade because there's a festival on here in Kyoto. It's Gion Matsuri, which is one of the biggest Japanese festivals apparently. They had street markets 2 nights in a row. It's all right outside my hotel. So I thought I could go and see the parade. It starts at 9 and then head into the subway to go to the station to grab a train because I don't think the bus that Google Map tells me to get is actually running because it's on the street where the parade is. So I don't think those buses are going. So I'm going to take you around for another day in Kyoto.
I just got back to the hotel, and I just remembered this morning that I didn't talk to you at all when I came back yesterday. So yesterday it wasn't a super full-on day, but it was very, very wet and rainy, like all day, constant torrential rain. But the activities that I had planned for myself with the rain were the perfect match. So I actually ended up going to watch the festival being set up. They do a parade for, it's called Gion Matsuri, if I pronounce that correctly. And it was like right by my hotel. It's where the street market was a couple of nights in a row. So I went to see that. And when the last sort of float moved away, I decided to make my way to Arashima Bamboo Forest, and that neighborhood, it's like up to a mountain. You also have some shrines there, so that's actually what I did first. So I took a bus up the mountain, and then I visited three different shrines, one with the little heads, and then one that had a bit of bamboo forest as well, that was super quiet. There was hardly anybody there. And then I also wanted to do a like moss garden type of situation, but some of those temples that have that can be really expensive. So I actually found one that was just the normal fee, and that was really, really cute. It was short and sweet. And then after that third temple, I had a bit of boo-boo because I slipped on some slippery stones and I fell, and it looks worse than it actually is, but I have some scrapes now down my leg from falling, which is great. But other than that, I'm fine. I was able to just move on as planned, and I did a lot of stuff today again, so I'm fine. I'm not hurt in any way. It looks like I'm hurt. Let's put it that way. And then I went to the bamboo forest after that, because you can walk down that hill where all the shrines are, and then you just automatically kind of end up in the bamboo forest. You just enter it from the other side, which was a lot quieter. So I actually got some really good pictures of that part of the bamboo forest as well. And then when you walk back towards where the bus left, that's where it gets crazy busy, because most people only walk like the first half of the path. There's a couple of intersections that take you along the rest of the park as well. Because it rained so much, I didn't go up to the monkey park or anything like that, because I was wet by this point. So I took the bus back into town, and then I chilled and made sure I put my foot up, because my ankle did get a little bit swollen when I was on the bus. And as I was in the bus, it was like really, really bad weather. So that was a good call. Like it rained even more than it had all day. And then I just chilled in the hotel, went for a tonkatsu for dinner, and that was it. So that was yesterday. And then today, I went to the 1000 Tori thing. I hiked up the mountain just fine, so my foot is fine, absolutely. And I did only hike up towards the viewpoint, though. I didn't want to do the entire mountain. It was too hot to be doing that, I found. So I walked back down, and the trip back down was a lot easier of a path than the one that had the actual Tori, and there were more Tori on the way back, so it was great. Had a lovely time there. There again, it's super busy until like the first intersection where you can go down, and then the higher up you go, the fewer people there are. There are still people there, but it was fine. Again, I got some great pictures while making my way back as well. And then from there, because at Inari there isn't much else going on rather than just the shrine, so after about an hour and a half, I went to Uji, which is the matcha capital of the world, and there were a couple of shrines there that I wanted to visit as well. So I did that, walked around Uji, had some lunch in Uji, had some matcha in Uji, and visited those shrines, and now I'm back at the hotel. It's around 4, but it's super hot, as you can tell from my face. That's sweat. That's not my natural glow. I'm still sweating. It did rain a little bit as I was making my way back into Kyoto, but it's all good. It's fine. I do have some lovely blisters now as well to add to the damages. So I'm going to give my feet a little bit of a rest, then I'm just going to head out to find some food, and then tomorrow there are more shrines. That's why I wanted to go to Kyoto, to visit shrines. We'll do other things on the trip as well. Trust me, I've got some other good stuff planned as well, but shrines it is for Kyoto for the most part. And yeah, so that will be tomorrow. Again, I need to go up a mountain to visit them. There's a hiking trail there too. Not sure yet whether I want to do that or whether I just want to take the bus back. we'll see how it goes. It depends on how tired I am, because it does take about an hour to get to those shrines because it is a little bit out of the way, and I still haven't been able to go to the castle. So maybe I'll squeeze that in on Sunday morning before I head to Osaka. That's totally possible as well. So let me close off this part of the vlog today here, and then I'll show you what food I had, and then I will be back with a new day in my Japan trip tomorrow. Right, I'm going to be closing this vlog off here. So this was the final day in Kyoto. I'm wearing my nice little bathrobe nightgown thing that the hotel provides. A lot of hotels here come with these like things to lounge around in your room in. So I am going to close the vlog here. I had a great day today. Had a great time up on the mountain in the north of the city, which was packed because it's the weekend, it's Saturday, so I had expected a lot of the locals to go up to those shrines as well, but it was a lovely walk going from one temple to another. Then I had lunch in the valley, took the tram back down, and visited the Golden Temple as well, so that was very successful. Then I found out there was a burger place in Gion, and I've been craving a burger for like the past 2 days, so I was like, now that I have the chance, I'm just gonna go there. And it was Wagyu beef, so that's now something I've also tried. So I did that, and because it was in Gion, I walked around that area for a little bit as well. I was sort of in that area, but not quite. And then I took the bus back because it was a direct bus back to my hotel. So that's it. I'm gonna have to do something about this mess now. I've decided to not ship my luggage from this hotel to the next hotel because I'm really close to a subway, and checkout tomorrow is at 11. So the plan is to go to the castle right when it opens at 8:45 to do that, because it's probably not going to take me more than an hour to see that, come back to the room, make sure everything is already packed and ready to go, and then check out and head to Osaka and just take my stuff on the train. Osaka is only 30 minutes with the Shinkansen, and that way I will probably be in Osaka around noon, which is what I had planned. And then in Osaka, I believe I wanted to go to like explore the city a little bit. So Osaka Castle is on the list. I think the Namba Shrine is one I wanted to do. Oh, and I think like Dotonbori, like the sort of street food area, but that's probably going to be better at nighttime than during the day. But we'll see how things go tomorrow. I don't know whether I'll be able to check in the moment I get there. I'll just see and roll with the punches, you could say. And then I do have some other fun things planned when I get to Osaka. So I'm going to be closing off the vlog here, and then you're going to get a new vlog from me next week with more Japan, because I'm just going to make this like a 3-parter. So see you next week. Thanks so much for watching this video today. be back next week for a new video with more Japan content. See you then. Bye-bye.